Duncan is out there with Michael Porter. And it's Wall. And it's Edwards in at the point guard. We've got Damian Lillard. Antetokounmpo is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Tatum in at the 3 spot. Porter goes up and lays it nice and easy. Porter's got his team on the board to start the game for Boston.
And the size Porter Jr. has helps him on those physical takes. Great work inside there.
Halliburton is screen on Wall. Here's Lillard. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
As you expect, Zion getting forceful and dominant inside.
Greg, one of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill, it's obviously unique. And what I love about him is he's making better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive.
My favorite part of John Wall, this guy loves to play, and he will initiate contact inside.
Yeah, bro,
nice.
Good.
Here's Halliburton. And stolen by Williamson. Out to Edwards. From past the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Tatum with it. Now defended by Williamson. That one's off. Still out of sync. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Porter passes to Duncan. Nice ball movement by Boston. Edwards against Halliburton. Edwards can't hit. Lillard scanning the floor. Halliburton. Rebound Boston. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Wall wide open. Offensive rebound. And finished off by Williamson.
And Zion able to convert on that second chance opportunity.
Here's Tatum.
Yes.
To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
That's grown man muscle. Williamson relishes any chance he gets to take the defense on and finish.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Halliburton. Boston also with the sub. Odom's checked in.
There's like some new different. Yeah, there's like more different spots.
And free throw good from Williamson. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. And I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skill.
I thought about getting one of those, Nick.
The
You know, those
development in his
buddies or
decision
something.
making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
That is crazy.
And we've got a timeout called by
That
Doc
is
Rivers.
funny.
Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about.
Stitch now. Hell.
Odom against Tatum. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Boston leading by 10. Here's Williamson, and he elevates for the slam dunk. Jason Tatum did not like that one.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Edwards with it. Outguarded by Giannis. Off on the layup. Edwards gone 1 of 3 on the night. And Lillard kicks to Tatum. A three-pointer is right on target.
Boy, that jumper is as pure as it gets. Jason Tatum off a pass from his teammate makes easy work of it.
Out to Edwards. Here's Odom. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Boston making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the first. It's stolen by Wall. And here we go. Fast break. Williamson's got it. And that comes off the assist
That's
by John
nuts.
Wall.
That is
And that's 11 points
wildly
for Zion
nuts.
Williamson.
That was sound like blinking. That's insane.
Williamson's gone 5 for 5 shooting here tonight. Shot to stop the run, and it's Brunson missing. Boston leading by 16. Here's Mitchell. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
There is a level of physicality, and the frame of Donovan Mitchell allows him to finish through contact.
Brunson, the bounce pass. Here's Embiid. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Tries the spin move. The drive by Mitchell.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. 3-pointer. Drills it from outside. Mitchell's got 7 points in the game.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And so, guys, it's Zion Williamson making things happen for Boston. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Boston?
Oh, man, how about the mid-range jumper from these guys? It's on tonight, a huge part of their offense so far.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
Jalen Brunson out there with Donovan Mitchell. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Brown in at the 3. Boston leading by 20. So with Wall on the bench, here's the 5 for Mike D'Antoni right now. Odom out there with Porter. Then there's Doncic. Then it's Mitchell. And it's Duncan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Shot clock at 5. Odom with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Good work there as it goes. Odom's got his second basket of the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And how about the splendid floor vision from Antetokounmpo? A good decision maker, improves his passing each and every year.
You know, many see Brown as a scorer, but Doris, he's put more of an emphasis on his defense in recent seasons.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's taken tremendous pride in asking his coaches to put him on the best offensive player. When he's the point of attack defensively, look out. He can give a lot of headaches to ball handlers.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers.
Yeah, it gets permanently removed. Yeah, it gets permanently removed.
This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. John Wall's checked in for Boston. Brunson with it. Over in the corner, on to Kumbo. Misses the three.
I'm going with God.
Boston leading by 23. Here's Porter. That falls. Nice feed that time from Odom. And that's now 9 points for Michael Porter.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Halliburton for three. And Boston with the rebound.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Here's Porter, and he goes right over Jaylen Brown and slams it down.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Drops in the tray.
It's rare that you see this from Duncan, so you know he had to really like the shot.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game. Tatum, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown.
Into the lineup for your home team, number 0.
Quarter two, and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Back to Embiid. No one near him. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Here's Boston now. And Porter, here we go. And he uses the glass on the layup. And it's 13 points for Michael Porter.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Tatum, no good. And here's Boston. They're on a 14-5 run. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And we are seeing the makings of a masterpiece here, guys, from Porter. A threat to score from anywhere within the half court. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely great. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Mitchell kicks it to Odom. Here's the three. That's good for Mitchell on the assist by Odom. Mitchell's got 10 points.
You love how confident Donovan Mitchell is. On the catch-and-shoot opportunities, there's no hesitation.
Pass to Giannis. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed of Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill. Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Brunson with a clean look. Gets a very good look and converts. Brunson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I think in today's NBA, you've got to be a three-level scorer. The midi is good for Jalen Brunson.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
And that one's good by Porter.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
Odom, the pass to Porter. It's rebounded by Brunson.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Pass to Halliburton. Over Mitchell. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Boston going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game from Michael Porter.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
They've got Antetokounmpo. Halliburton is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers.
And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
It's his first trip to the line.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it. This is something Edwards is getting better and better at, facilitating for his guys.
The 3 from Tatum. Tim Duncan grabs the miss. Duncan's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Lillard outside. Halliburton feeling it out a bit. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Williamson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Edwards, and another basket for Boston.
And it's really good to see Edwards knock down the mid-range jumper. He continues to work on becoming more consistent from that area.
It's stolen by Edwards. Lob pass to Duncan. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Lillard against Wall. Lillard the pass to Tatum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Tatum's got 4 points in the quarter.
Jason Tatum has built such consistency from beyond the arc. Doesn't matter if there's a contest or not.
Williamson kicks to Porter. Buries the long-range jumper.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
Out to the right wing. Three-pointer, Lillard. And Boston with the rebound. Here's Edwards. And Damian Lillard pulls it down.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Second team foul.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And here's Tatum for three. Wall grabs the board.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Lillard. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. And that's now 6 points for Damian Lillard.
How about Lillard? He hits the defense with a sweet move and then makes sure to finish the play.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And here's Tatum for three. It's hauled in by Duncan. Duncan's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And finished off by Edwards.
How about Anthony Edwards, the bounce? Go ahead, Ant.
There's 1:47 left to play here in the third. Halliburton passes to Antetokounmpo. Back to Halliburton. And the three off target.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Halliburton. Good on the second free throw.
Hey, Lillard has all the talent in the world, but, man, this guy is a great leader. Lots of charisma, and he holds his teammates accountable.
Doncic with the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Doncic with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Took him no time at all on that one. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
If you allow Luka to establish position because of his size, his strength, his footwork, turn the lights out.
Got a piece of it. Doncic with the steal. To the inside. And the dunk by Doncic.
He pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. .41 seconds left in the third quarter. Embiid sets the pick for Lillard. Poke loose. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Giannis dunks it down.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential. They put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. The first one falls for him. Both teams will make substitutions. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
I'll tell you, some people question the athleticism of Luka Doncic, but boy, he loves to dunk on occasion and let you hear about it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Lamar Odom. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game.
Giannis Antetokounmpo taking 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Hits it from three-point range. Odom's got 8 points.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And so it's Boston, holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after that. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So with Wall on the bench, here's the 5 for Mike D'Antoni right now. Jalen Brunson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hill, and then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Odom in at the center, filling out the middle. Brunson outside. Out to the wing. Clock at 6. Here's Embiid, and it's sent back by Odom. Up and in on the layup.
And what energy from Odom, just outworking the defense right there.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Embiid, the pass to Banchero. From deep, Brunson knocks down the 3 ball.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Here's Giannis, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Watch out. Antetokounmpo might be soft-spoken, but he's got a mean streak when it comes to attacking the hoop.
Giannis has gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Halliburton for 3. Rebound, Boston. Odom's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Halliburton against Brunson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
It has proven very hard to guard Jalen Brunson without fouling, especially if he's aggressive to score it.
First free throw is good. And so he hits both. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. It's stolen by Odom. And the dunk by Odom.
Oh, getting to the rim with ease. Lamar Odom, the lefty, with the finish.
Here's Lillard. Halliburton outside. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Giannis outside. Back to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And you do not want to be on the receiving end of that. Embiid throwing it down with some funk.
Here's Hill. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists now in this one. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Halliburton kicks to Tatum. Hands it from downtown.
Boy, the passing of Tyrese Halliburton. You've got to love to play with this guy.
Here's Hill. Trying to get open is Odom. And the basket by Hill.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Giannis outside. Fires from 14. And that's collected by Brunson. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And no one in the league does it better. Giannis feeling the contact there, almost using that to propel himself for the finish.
And so here's the home team. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Embiid. Halliburton for 3. And Odom pulls it down. Odom's got 6 rebounds in the game. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, the Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Antetokounmpo's gotten everything to go for him. 5 attempts, 5 makes. .132 left in the game. And it's Halliburton missing.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Here's Brunson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's toughness. That's ability to absorb contact and finish. That is Jalen Brunson in a nutshell.
.119 left in the fourth. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Boston making some changes. On our test, he's checked in for Hill. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Luka Doncic. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Brunson against Halliburton. Here's Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Tatum. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
It's stolen by Odom. Softly drops in the floater.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
The 3 from Tatum. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. And here's Boston. Back to our test. A fadeaway. Bucket is good.
The beauty of Jalen Brunson, you can play him at the 1 or the 2, but we know he's always going to put the pass on time and on target.
It's stolen by Odom. Outside, Antetokounmpo shoots the 3. That one misses. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what, I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. And now the opening lineup for Boston. They've got Duncan, all out there with Edwards. Then it's Porter, and it's Williamson in at the 5. Joel Embiid out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Halliburton, and it's Tatum in at the 3 spot. Here's Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Duncan. So it's Boston now. And the dunk by Duncan.
And that's a slam dunk from the big fundamental. You don't want to get in the way when he's throwing it down.
Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Edwards. No one near Wall as he lets it go. Sinks the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside Tatum. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
3 of his own for Tatum. That is how you respond.
Here's Williamson. What a jam!
Oh,
Man, loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice.
Yeah, it looks like Zion's got the stage all to himself there, just tearing down the rim.
It's been an eventful run for Zion Williamson, right, Brent, to say the least, since going first overall in the 2019 draft.
And man, Kevin, you just are hoping for the simplest of things, and that is health. Because when Zion is healthy, so is this team in ways that other teams fear because of how dominant he can be. This is a special talent. We just want to see more and more of it.
He gets that one.
And not just a threat from interior or around the rim. Williamson can also hurt you from the mid-range.
Outside Tatum. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
And taking no prisoners as Porter gets up to the rim.
And so here's the home team. 6-point game. Giannis passes to Tatum. Offline with his 3. Here's Boston now. Here's Edwards. Oh, he jams it right over Giannis Antetokounmpo. Wow.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Halliburton kicks to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And Duncan throws it down hard.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. It's stolen by Duncan. And here's Edwards from the arc. It's tipped. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game. Mitchell, he's checked in for Halliburton. Lamar Odom, he's checked in for Boston. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Lillard, the pass to Giannis. Porter with a block.
Porter standing at 6'10", but he's got that huge wingspan, able to swat that one away.
Odom's shot, good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Brown is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Boston also with the sub. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Now here's Lillard. Wall with a block.
An explosive athlete with length. Wall is a threat when he contests shots.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Outside Tatum. Drills the three-pointer. Tatum's got 6 points.
And he just lulls the defense to sleep at times with his handle before pulling up. You can't back off this guy. That's just inviting trouble.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
1:19 left in the first. Fires the three. And Boston with the rebound. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
It's 2-on-1. Edwards with it. Lillard picks him up. And slam dunk by Odom.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Here's Lillard. Lamar Odom picking up that last basket. The quick look, no good that time.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And what energy from Odom, just outworking the defense right there.
Ball's knocked loose. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Back to Odom. And he goes right over Jaylen Brown and slams it down.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. There's Brown with the 3. And so it's Lamar Odom making highlights for Boston. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Boston.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
On the floor for Boston, we've got Doncic. Michael Porter's out there with Odom. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. And it's Duncan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Brown wide open. He fires. From outside, off the mark.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Odom kicks to Mitchell. And there's the drive, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
And what a ferocious finish. Once Mitchell gets some speed behind him, look out.
Now Brown. He has yet to score. Top of the key. And Boston with the rebound. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. John Wall's checked in for Doncic. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Odom against Brown. Just 5 on the clock. And it's sent back by Odom. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Odom. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Here's Brunson over Wall. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Count it.
I love seeing Halliburton shoot while he's in that kind of rhythm. This is when he's at his absolute best.
Here's Duncan. Mitchell looking it over. Odom on the wing. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. And that's 12 points for Lamar Odom.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Tatum, he's checked in for Brown. Halliburton outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And here's Embiid.
I'm Rock Freddy.
Duncan with the block.
That's an awesome defensive display by Duncan there, coming up with the block and aggressively sending that one.
Yeah, like that happens to me sometimes. Like you know it, then it's like
Mitchell's got
it's
4
one
this
roll off
quarter.
the tongue.
That's a needle in a haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
No one near Odom as he lets it fly. The baseline J off the mark. Left side Tatum. The 15-footer. Good. Tatum's got 8 points.
Oh, good work from the mid-range there. Tatum likes taking that shot when he can create space.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And then for Boston, Hill comes in for Porter. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. Here's Odom. Oh!
No way.
Oh, getting to the rim with ease. Lamar Odom, the lefty, with the finish.
There's 1:47 left in the second quarter. Poked away. Edwards passes to Odom. And slam dunk by Odom.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Tatum with it. 8 points for him. Pass to Halliburton. Back to Tatum. 1:20 left now here in the second. Inside. Here's Embiid. Up again. And Embiid is right there.
And really, beyond the skills, you see right there the passion Embiid has, displaying that killer instinct.
Now here's Duncan. 6 points for him. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
The insane athleticism. Wall really lets it all hang out when he rises up for the alley-oop.
Wall's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. And here's Tatum for 3. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing.
What a jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right?
You can't let Edwards get in the lane. Outstanding at using that burst of speed on the drive.
Edwards gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And Wall with the slam.
Tim Duncan.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's Brunson. Following the basket by John Wall. Embiid, no good. And here's Edwards. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Edwards got 6.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And so it's Boston.
So you said the event is when?
The end of the quarter.
Right.
And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We've got more in store for you right after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game from Lamar Odom.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Antetokounmpo is out there with Jason Tatum. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's Halliburton. And it's Lillard in at the two-guard spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers.
The combination of the athleticism and the size of Porter Jr. is very hard to guard. That time, he takes a hit.
And that one misses. Second free throw, no good.
And Michael Porter Jr. just one of those guys that has a versatile scoring menu. Terrific at executing at all three levels.
Here's Tatum. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Duncan's got nearly everything to drop for him, shooting 5 of 6 from the field. Lillard from outside. Tim Duncan grabs the miss. Duncan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And there's Porter on the assist by Williamson. 6 points for Michael Porter.
Strong work close to the rim. Porter Jr. showing he's more than just a shooter.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. That's good from Antetokounmpo. And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's
An agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. It's stolen by Duncan. Oh, Porter in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And that's a great idea. Just throw the lob anywhere and let Porter go get it.
Here's Tatum. He's got 11. There's the drive. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Excellent job finishing on the inside. Tatum doesn't fear going in amongst the trees.
And that one's good. Williamson.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
And you know what makes Zion so much fun is that I don't think there's a comp for him. The combination of power and skill, you throw in that he's a lefty, and we've never seen someone like him in the league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. When Zion came into the NBA, Brent, he was seen as a defensive liability. But, boy, has he made strides on that end of the floor.
Well, Kevin, consistency of being on the floor can help you with your offense, but we don't often talk about the learnings that come with being on the floor often defensively. Making reads, understanding your opponents better. I think Zion has suffered from those injuries, taking away his opportunities to become a better defender. We're seeing that improvement now.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
1:51 left in the third. Lillard, the pass to Giannis. Releases from 15, and that one drops. Antetokounmpo's got 6. Here's Boston now. Here's Odom. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Tatum way outside. His three-pointer's off the mark. So it's Boston now. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Mitchell's got 5 points in the quarter.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
For 3. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Pass to Lillard. Misses off the right iron. Here's Boston now. For 3, Mitchell. Lillard with the rebound. Outside Tatum. Kicks it out to Lillard. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Boston. Williamson finds Hill. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Mitchell. They need this. It doesn't go for him.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
And that foul's called on Grant Hill. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 1 second left. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Boston, able to put on a show for the ages. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back to the action in just... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So with Wall on the bench, here's the 5 for Mike D'Antoni right now. Antetokounmpo is out there with Odom. Then there's Doncic. Then it's Artest. And it's Mitchell in at the 2. Here's Halliburton.
Hi, Steven.
Pass to Embiid. Lots of room. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And really, Embiid is a threat to score from anywhere. The defense has got to honor him.
Outside for Artest. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Artest's got 5 points in the quarter.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Here's Banchero. Rebound, Boston. Mitchell up top. Odom, the pass to Artest. And again, Boston with the triple.
And how about Odom facilitating the shooter there, not holding the ball or forcing his own shot.
Got a piece of it. Halliburton with the steal. Brunson outside. Here's Banchero. Rebounded by Odom. Giannis drives in, and he makes that one.
That's attacking the rack. Antetokounmpo on the take and muscled his way in.
They're struggling to keep up.
And we'll see if they can turn things around, Kevin, on this trip. They can't continue to come up empty.
Halliburton's gotten just one of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Mitchell outside. For the three. Drains the three-pointer.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Brunson against Doncic. Embiid with a screen on Doncic. And that one's good.
Brunson making the right call. The pick and roll gets him totally set up.
So it's Boston now. Here's Odom. And he makes good on the layup. Odom's got 20.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
And it's Mitchell missing. Halliburton outside. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Halliburton's gone just 1 of 5 from the field. Giannis kicks to Mitchell. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. 14 points for Donovan Mitchell.
And bursting through inside. So difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
And it's Ron Artest with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Boston making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. Tatum deciding where to go with it. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the fourth. Off target from the baseline. And here's Boston. They're on a 17-5 run here. Here's Brunson going inside. Outside for Artest. Oh! There's the killer two-handed slam.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
And Giannis continuing to look for the mid-range, showing his confidence.
Tatum against Artest, and that one is stuffed right through.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
It's good from long range.
Excellent at dishing the rock. Luka with the nice feed.
Halliburton outside. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. But first, let's reveal our player. The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And now the opening lineup for Boston. They've got Edwards. Michael Porter's out there with Duncan. And it's Wall. And it's Williamson in at the 5. We've got Damian Lillard. Antetokounmpo is out there with Jason Tatum. Then it's Haliburton. And it's Embiid in at the 5 spot. And the foul called on Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Haliburton. Fires from deep. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Tyrese Haliburton is flat-out special, Clark. Yeah, you say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, the better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
And Edwards slams it in.
Defense gets burned by Edwards' ball handling ability. I mean, this guy's athletic and can really move.
Now Haliburton. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Outside Tatum. And the shot no good, a bit short. Here's Boston now. Here's Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
What a move. Few do it as well as Zion Williamson.
Haliburton right side. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
Williamson, the pass to Porter. Williamson kicks to Edwards. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards, confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Lillard from outside. A shot, no good. And here's Boston. It's a 3-point game. Williamson with it. Basket counts.
Well, that's just the pure strength and explosiveness of Williamson. Easily finishes there through the contact.
Now here's Lillard. There's the triple. And the 3-ball is good.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Locked loose. Here's Wall. No good. Excellent defense there from Haliburton. Here's Giannis. No good. That would have tied it. And here's Duncan. He'll bring it up for Boston. Count it. Good.
You know, sometimes you see the edge to Wall's game come out in these situations. Tight defense inside, contact, and he just is determined not to be denied.
And finished off by Porter.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Williamson dishes the Wall. Another shot. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
3-pointer, Lillard. Wall grabs the board. Boston leading by 4. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
John Wall goes right into the contact, seeking it out to create an and-one opportunity. That's real grit on display there.
Lamar Odom is checked in for Boston. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Edwards. And the free throw, no good. And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his third season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
.102 left here in the first quarter. Here's Embiid.
Impacting the game now at both ends. Zion moves his feet well and can change directions and close out on shooters.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's Brown. Nice D from Odom. Boston leading by 6. Stolen by Mitchell. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Down low, here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
I got pity for that rim right there, Joel Embiid. That's a big man banging that thing down.
Williamson with the bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Boston foul. Lamar Odom. First personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for 2, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That free throw missing.
You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with, a beacon of energy and enthusiasm for his team. They all feed off of him with an attitude of joy and unselfishness.
Mitchell outside. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Brown outside. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And so it's Boston heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. Back right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Antetokounmpo is out there with Brown. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Brunson in at the 1. Odom's shot, good. Odom's got the first basket of the second quarter for Boston.
And what energy from Odom, just outworking the defense right there.
So with Wall on the bench, here's the 5 for Mike D'Antoni right now. They've got Duncan. Mitchell is out there with Doncic. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Odom in at the power forward. And then Odom slams it in.
Lamar Odom terrorizing that rack with the ferocious throwdown.
Brunson outside. Back to Adebayo. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard, and now arguably a top 25 player.
Halliburton's checked in for Mitchell.
And that's the weight room strength of Doncic right there, fully displayed.
Brunson, left side. Got that one up quick. Brunson's got 5 points in the quarter. And now the first timeout called here for Boston. And we played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And finished off by Porter.
Well, when you've got Porter's length, this is what you can do. It makes it easy to get to the rim for the throwdown.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Embiid, he's checked in for Adebayo. Boston also with the sub. John Wall's checked in for Doncic. Here's Embiid. No good on that one. Duncan with some nice D. Odom, the pass to Mitchell. Duncan with it. Picked up by Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Mitchell against Embiid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And yes, it's good.
Well, you must respect Porter Jr.'s scoring ability. I mean, he is terrific connecting from the mid-range.
Halliburton for 3. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. Porter's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The kick out to Odom. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
We know Lamar Odom has the jumper in his book bag, but I want to see him at 6'10" doing that work inside.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. No good on the 3. Boston leading by 12. Here's Odom. And again, it's Boston converting.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket. Beautiful catch and flush right there by Porter Jr. gliding into that alley-oop.
Here's Brunson. 5 points in the game. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Some changes for Boston. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Porter. And it's Edwards in for Donovan Mitchell. Here's Halliburton to end the run. And a miss there off the inbound.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Tipped away. Here's Wall. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Embiid. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Tim Duncan picks one up.
You know, the blend of size and skill makes Embiid so hard to defend, and as a result, most of the time he draws fouls.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch. This guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
Now here's Giannis. Following the miss by John Wall. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Boston.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And not only that, their elite conditioning evident from the pace they're playing offensively. Boy, they are getting out and running.
Well, there's not much John Wall can't do defensively when he's focused, because he's really athletic and fast.
Off the mark, and he's 2 of 8 for the game. Wall's gone just 2 for 8 from the field. Right there at 25%. And here's Mitchell from the arc. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Here's Antetokounmpo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And, you know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
Boston making some changes. Williamson comes in for Tim Duncan. And it's Michael Porter in for Lamar Odom. And he sinks the second.
You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with, a beacon of energy and enthusiasm for his team. They all feed off of him with an attitude of joy and unselfishness.
And stolen by Williamson. There's the lob at Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made one and missed one. And he makes the first. Boston making a switch here. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. 9 seconds left here in the second. Here's Porter. Yep, that one goes in there. Porter's got 10 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And so it's Michael Porter making things happen for Boston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
And it's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot. Nice drive. Let's hear it for the participant.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Really an incredible game from Michael Porter.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
Tatum passes to Halliburton. Giannis inside. Dunking on him.
How about that hard-nosed D in the paint right there? Nice job.
Impressive work protecting the basket. He held his ground nicely on that one.
We've got Tatum. Antetokounmpo is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Lillard in at the 2. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers.
And when he's healthy, Zion is a force, an athletic freak who makes an impact on both ends.
Anthony Edwards is a classic 2-guard. Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me. Oh man! Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Lillard against Wall. Lillard misses. So it's Boston now. Here's Porter. Williamson dishes to Porter. Wall against Halliburton. He gets it in there. Wall's got 6 points.
And that was just a case of John Wall exerting his will, not going to be denied inside.
Knocks it loose. Porter with the steal. And finished off by Porter.
And we are seeing the makings of a masterpiece here, guys, from Porter. A threat to score from anywhere within the half court.
Porter's gone 6 of 10 shooting tonight from the field. And Lillard kicks to Halliburton. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Edwards, no good. Wall against Lillard. Pass to Tatum. Halliburton kicks to Antetokounmpo. Three-pointer, Lillard. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Edwards got rebound number 5 here tonight. Williamson finds Wall. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. 9 points in the game so far.
When the ball gets to Wall, he's going to be ready. The defense has to be ready, too, or he'll let it fly the second he touches it.
Halliburton's gone 1 of 6 shooting from the field. Wall against Halliburton. A nice shot by Wall.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And it's in there.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
That one goes. Count it. Lillard's got 8 points.
I'll tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Porter, no luck. Giannis with it, guarded now by Duncan. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Giannis has got 4 points in the quarter.
When Antetokounmpo is driving, he's locked in on finishing no matter what the defense hits him with.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Mitchell, he's checked in for Halliburton. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And one of Mitchell's great attributes, strength and explosiveness at the rim.
There's 1:26 left here in the third quarter. Here's Lillard. He's got 8. No good on the triple. Mitchell outside. They get it again. And Odom stays with it.
Not much that Odom can't do. Great feel for the game. Got to that missed shot right on time and cashed it in.
Doncic against Lillard. On the wing, Mitchell. Shoots over Odom. Mitchell with a nice move. Mitchell's got his first bucket in this one.
And bursting through inside. So difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
Antetokounmpo finds Lillard. Jacks up a 3. No good on the shot. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for Boston. Giannis, that's a 2-pointer. Off the left rim and out. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Lillard outside. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Beyond his wingspan, Giannis's timing is what makes him a special shot blocker.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly.
Either that, guys, or he wanted the photographers to get a good shot of it.
Here's Giannis. Oh, and there he puts it down.
What a throw. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. And so it's Boston out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We come back right after this. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so here's the home team. So with Wall on the bench, here's the 5 for Mike D'Antoni right now. Antetokounmpo is out there with Odom. Then there's Hill. Then it's Mitchell. And it's Doncic in at the point.
Working to get the high percentage bucket. Nicely done that time by Brown.
Here's Odom. Doncic outside. Takes a three. Sinks the three-pointer.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
And that one's good. Brunson.
The competitive spirit of Brunson shining through. He just had to answer that last shot.
Antetokounmpo, no good. And Brunson, here we go. And no good. Good D by Mitchell. Doncic, bounce pass. Off target from three-point range.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Boston. And he ends up missing both free throws.
A fearless athlete. Jaylen Brown competes every single night on both sides of the ball. Something you want as a teammate.
When they serve it up for Odom like this, you know what's coming. A throwdown with power.
Odom's got most of his shots to fall. 6 makes in 9 tries. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Lamar Odom. That's foul number 2 for him. Lillard's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Lillard from outside. That one, no good.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Embiid, and Boston with the rebound.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
And now, David Aldridge has an update for us on Zion Williamson. David, what's the news?
Hi, guys. Well, the head athletic trainer for Boston provided some information for us. And this is an unfortunate injury and potentially devastating for them.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
And in the training room, guys. I mean, that is not going to be an easy injury to bounce back from.
Lillard against Doncic. Puts up a deep three. And it's Lillard missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Halliburton. Embiid. And good that time.
Inside, Embiid has almost too many options. A lot of ways he can get it done.
And Hill throws it down.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
When JB is on from here, it really boosts his team.
Brown's gone 2 of 4 from the field. And then Odom slams it in.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Ugh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
Banchero, and finished off by Banchero.
And what a strong finish from Banchero. His guys love when he throws it down.
Here's Odom. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Substitution on the court.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Lillard, the pass to Haliburton. Pass to Lillard. Now Embiid, defended by Odom. And Embiid gets it to go.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's our test. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
An impressive combination of desire and intensity. Ron Artest plays as hard as anybody in the league.
Grant Hill, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. That's good from Artest. And 1:01 left here in the fourth quarter. Haliburton for three. And Odom pulls it down. Haliburton's gotten just 1 of 7 of his shots to go. And here's Hill for three. He doesn't hit that one. It's stolen by Hill. And Odom with a clear path to the hoop.
Right now, Odom all in his bag. He's a very effective scorer when he uses his full toolkit.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Boston foul. Jalen Brunson. Second personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for your home team, Tyrese.
And the first one drops. Boston making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. Good on both.
You love the seemingly endless energy that Haliburton gives his team. Always pushing himself to deliver his best effort on every play, every day.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped and they put them on the line.
Yeah, and I'm confident Coach was reminding everybody, don't foul at the start of that possession. Obviously, he didn't get the message.
And stolen by Lillard. Haliburton on the wing. From the baseline. Rebound by Ron Artest.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. With Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us as well. And now the opening lineup for Boston. All out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Duncan. And it's Williamson in at the 5. Jokic is out there with Durant. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's James. Here we go. And it's Doncic in at the point. And stolen by Williamson. And so it's Boston with it. And the dunk by Duncan.
Outstanding at getting his hand on the ball. Williamson's opportunistic attitude on defense makes such a difference.
And no one knows Williamson's game more than you. You know it firsthand. Zion's physicality makes him incredibly difficult to defend.
Well, there's no question, Kevin. He's virtually unstoppable going to the basket. But as time goes on, you know everybody's athleticism decreases a little. If he's going to age well in the league, he's going to need to have that jump shot as a weapon.
I'm sure you told him that, didn't you?
I tried.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And the dunk by Williamson.
Goodness, I mean, we feel those Zion dunks shake the floor.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target from outside. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Boston. And the dunk by Williamson.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
They get a hand on it. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Doncic. Curry on the wing. Lets it fly. And Boston with the rebound. Deep two from Williamson. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Yeah, and quick and shifty there off the bounce. Fluid with that shot motion as well. Williamson continues to impress.
And finished off by KD.
Oh, yeah, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me.
Yeah, and that's 7-1. Duncan is a problem in the paint. Outstanding with his extension there and just hammering it home.
Here's Curry. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Doncic. No good with the triple. Edwards drives in. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Lamar Odom, he's checked in for Boston. It's stolen by Odom. With the drive. And then Odom slams it in.
Oh, getting to the rim with ease. Lamar Odom, the lefty, with the finish.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And here is Doncic. Here's Durant. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. Here's Boston now. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. And slam dunk by Odom.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Booker with a deep three. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for Boston. Here's Porter. And it's Boston with another.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
Pass to Doncic. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter, and a missed layup. Here's Williamson. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Boom, he jams it straight down. Williamson's gone 4 for 4 from the field. Perfect so far. And he goes right over Luka Doncic and slams it down.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Boston making some changes. Duncan, he's checked in for Zion Williamson. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Edwards. And Doncic is subbed in for John Wall. And the home team has possession. 17-point game. It's good.
And how about the touch on that mid-range? Davis has that shot on automatic.
The shot by Odom, no good. Doncic against Curry. Here's Booker. The shot, no good. Good D by Mitchell. Boston leading by 15. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And finished off by Doncic.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
Doncic looking it over. Leonard sets a screen for Doncic. Beyond the arc. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Boston out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll return shortly. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Davis in at the 5 down low. So with Wall on the bench, here's the 5 for Mike D'Antoni right now. They've got Duncan. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Luka Doncic. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Odom in at the 4-man position.
At this point, finding blocks comes naturally for AD. He just anticipates and attacks the basketball.
Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Now Porter, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry.
And the size Porter Jr. has helps him on those physical takes. Great work inside there.
Here's Curry, still scoreless. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And slam dunk by Odom.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
2 emphatic points. Devin Booker.
Here's Duncan. And it's a great finish! Oh, my gosh.
Oh, he is firing his guys up now. Sweet dunk from Duncan. Mesmerizing.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. So both teams making some changes here. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Curry deciding where to go with it. Pass to LeBron. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
KD's checked in for James. Now here's Durant. No good on the quick three. Here's Boston now. They're on a 14-4 run right now. And it's Mitchell missing. Mitchell's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Outside, KD. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Out guarded by Giannis. Over Giannis. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Here's Wall into the lane. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis.
Sometimes Wall seems just undeniable. Even the contact doesn't slow him down.
Antetokounmpo with the steal. No one near Wall as he lets it go. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Curry kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Duncan with the block.
He's the defensive anchor for this team. Duncan excels at reading shooters and then altering their shots. And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
LeBron's checked in for Doncic and then for Boston. Odom, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Hill comes in for Michael Porter. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Mitchell. A shot by LeBron, no good. And here's Duncan. He'll bring it up for Boston. Here's Wall. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Wall's got 8 here in the quarter.
A strong decision maker with good floor awareness. Wall concluded that the catch and shoot was the right move.
Here's James. Busts the J after the KG pass fake.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
That one goes in.
And just taking pride in being their leader. These passes show Wall wants to make his teammates better.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first half. It's stolen by Edwards. Pass to Hill. Left side, Wall. Wants to get it to Odom and does. Good. Odom's got 12 in the game.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Duncan, the pass to Edwards. Odom deciding where to go with it. For 3, Hill. Wow, huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
And so it's Lamar Odom making highlights for Boston. For moments during that quarter, it felt like a one-man wrecking crew. It seemed he was doing everything out there. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We're seeing a tremendous game from Lamar Odom.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
We've got Durant. Stephen Curry's out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Doncic in at the 3, the small forward. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half.
And big scoring night for Wall. And for him, it's about the rhythm. When he's locked in, that gives him the confidence to keep firing. He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Duncan finds Wall, kicks it out to Williamson. It's Porter outside. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Porter's got 12 in the game.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this lead.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
Well, this is why Edwards is a nightmare for defenses. He can drive right through you or pull you apart from range like this.
Here's Jokic. Porter with a block. They're running. Here's Duncan. Oh, and the jam by Duncan.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. 2 minutes into the second half of play now, and Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Team foul.
Doncic against Porter. Here's Curry. And nothing is falling for him right now. Duncan outside. Now Porter. 12 points for him. And he comes up with the deuce. Porter's got 7 now in this quarter.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Here's Doncic. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. 8 points for Luka Doncic. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
And we are seeing the makings of a masterpiece here, guys, from Porter. A threat to score from anywhere within the half court.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 8. Jokic with his screen on Wall. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Mr. Williamson. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Stan Wall in New Orleans, you had a chance to coach Zion Williamson. Now, I've heard you talk about him before, but what's something special about Zion that maybe the average fan doesn't see?
Well, Kevin, that's a great question, because I think what happens a lot of times with Zion, his athleticism is so exceptional that it's hard not to watch and focus on that. But Zion is both very, very smart and a very unselfish player. Nothing makes him happier than an assist to a teammate.
Well, that's a terrific assessment. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. With the step back. Here's Booker. And Odom pulls it down. Odom's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Mitchell. Hangs and misses.
It seems like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Booker in the corner. Curry against Wall. And the basket is good.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Williamson from long range. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got 6 assists now in the game. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Leonard against Porter. Doncic outside. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the high post. That's good from Davis on the assist by Doncic. Davis has got his second bucket.
And the soft jump shot there of Davis. You got to respect his perimeter game.
We've got 28 seconds left in the third. Here's Curry with the 3. Rebound Boston. Porter's got 6 rebounds now in the game. A 3 ball. 9 for 9. Looking deadly accurate. Like guys he cannot miss.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And so it's Boston with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. It's stolen by Hill. So with Wall on the bench, here's the 5 for Mike D'Antoni right now. Hill is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Odom. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Brunson in at the 2. Hill's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. Outside Curry. From outside the arc. Rebound Boston.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
It's stolen by Odom. And that one drops for him. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for Boston.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also, guys, they push the ball and been able to score in transition, trying to take advantage of playing in the open floor as often as possible.
Good on the shot.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game. Doncic as much as anyone.
Up top, Curry, guarded by Doncic. Outside, Davis. Jalen Brunson grabs the miss.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing that near 7-foot frame.
Free throw good. Giannis. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Outside, Davis. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded by Doncic. No good from LeBron.
Yeah, tough to make those jumpers when you are guarded that closely.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Stolen by Brunson. And oh, here we go with Hill. Nobody back. Had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't sink the 3. Hill against Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by Boston.
Here's Odom.
And it's a great finish! Oh, my.
And what energy from Odom, just outworking the defense right there.
LeBron with it. He's picked up by Doncic. spins. Here's LeBron, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
Artest, he's checked in for Boston. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Banked in off the glass.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him. Durant's checked in for James.
Coming onto the floor for your home team, number 35, Kevin Durant.
And the home team has possession. Durant with a wide open look. Nailed from three-point land.
And that's a scary sight for the defense. The last thing you want is for Durant to find his rhythm from downtown. And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. It's rebounded by Doncic. And here's Boston. They're on a 17-7 run. Here's Artest. That falls. Nice feed that time from Odom. Odom's got his 5th assist in this one. Artest's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. And here's Doncic from the arc. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
There's so little ego in Giannis's game. It's not about him out there. He wants to make the game easier for his teammates.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Durant, and it's blocked by Brunson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brunson. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Boston.
Number 45, Donovan Mitchell.
Curry kicks to Durant. It's rebounded by Brunson. Durant's gone 2 for 7, struggling a bit. Giannis dishes to Odom. The 3, and Brunson the basket on the assist by Giannis. Brunson's got 5 points now this quarter. Brunson's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Gilgeous-Alexander against Mitchell. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Doncic. Jokic sets the screen for Doncic. No one covering.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Uses both hands to slam it down.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
And it's Ron Artest with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
3rd team foul.
And the home team has possession. Knocked away. Stolen by Artest.
Well, that's just a great feel for where the ball was going. He got himself in the right place and made the steal.
That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
And that's rocking the rim. Give him the 2 points and tack on some for style.
Oh, he deserves them. He deserves all the points he can get there. Sensational. Knocks it loose. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Mitchell with a clear path to the hoop.
An explosive effort there from Mitchell, outrunning the defense and taking the fast break all the way.
Unloads. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Now here's Curry. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the player of the game, Lamar Odom.
From everyone here at 2K, thanks for joining us. We've got a Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. Hello, basketball fans. Brian Anderson here, courtside with Doris Burke and Grant Hill. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Looking at the starting five for Boston. John Wall is out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Zion Williamson. And it's Duncan in at the 4. Nikola Jokic is out there with Kevin Durant. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's James. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. Now, here is James. Can't connect from long distance.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Zion Williamson seems intent on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Greg.
Yeah, B.A., he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answer that question now. He has been looking better than ever.
Stephen Curry, he's checked in for LeBron.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
Here's Williamson, and Williamson throws it down.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Wall. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Boston on offense. Here's Edwards. Outside for Porter. Knocks it down from distance.
A lights-out three-point shooter. All Porter Jr. needs is a little wiggle room, and he's pulling up.
Curry against Edwards. Curry passes to Doncic. Outside Durant. Now Jokic. Count that bucket.
Well, that's just a pretty pass. Kevin Durant carrying the scoring load when he has to, but boy, can he get others involved.
And Williamson throws it down.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
Williamson's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall. 3 for 3. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3. Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Goodness, Anthony Edwards. Always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic.
Here's Doncic. Boston pulls it in. and they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively. And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's Durant. No good there, off the double clutch. An 8-point differential. Here's Williamson. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
And Williamson throws it down.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Both teams will make substitutions. So it's the home team now. Down by 12. James outside. Here's Booker. It's good from about 19 feet.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Antetokounmpo finds Williamson. Pulls up at the elbow. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Williamson's got 14 points.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Second team foul.
.125 left in the opening quarter. Curry, a screen on Antetokounmpo. James passes to Durant. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Boston on offense. They're on a 19-7 run. Antetokounmpo sinks that one from the post.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
Anthony Edwards. First personal foul.
Devin Booker is a two-guard, Doris. What's Book do that makes him special at that position?
I mean, so many things in terms of his skill. He's an elite shooter. He has become an excellent decision maker. He can get to the mid-range. He's a three-level scorer. There's so many things. But my favorite thing is watching this guy in an NBA Finals play with a broken nose, be hit repeatedly, and never flinch. His toughness and competitive edge is always there nightly, and I love that.
Here's James. Boston pulls it in. 41 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's Williamson. Oh, and it's a big-time dunk as he slams it right over Doncic.
And Zion living up to his full potential tonight. He can be a terrifying matchup when he's playing with energy.
Got a piece of it. And there's the drive. Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Outside Booker. From deep, here's Doncic. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. Boston leading by 17. Wall for three. James with the rebound. Booker surveying the floor. Pass to James. From outside, off the mark. Zion Williamson has been on display for Boston. Oh, what a quarter. He was absolutely on fire offensively. We'll be right back with you shortly. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
They've made an effort to get out and run, using their speed in transition and scoring before the defense can get set.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
We've got Anthony Davis. Stephen Curry is out there with Devin Booker. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Doncic in at the three. And for Boston, we've got Donovan Mitchell. He's out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Odom in at power forward.
Well, we talk about Donovan Mitchell as an exceptional two-way talent. No better example than right there.
The fadeaway. Boston pulls it in. The 15-footer. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
For three, Booker buries it from three. Booker's got 6.
Boy, the delivery from Booker so clean. That jump shooting is pure.
Oh, got that one up quick.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's checked in for Devin Booker.
Coming onto the floor for your home team, number 2, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Leonard outside. Goes up with the stripe. The rebound by Duncan. Boston leading by 20. Here's Odom. There's the drive. Oh, and it's a big-time dunk as he slams it right over Doncic.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? Who poked away? It's stolen by Doncic. Porter from outside. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. He has 6.
Boy, Luka Doncic showing good awareness and quick hands to make the defensive play and then get in transition. Nice.
Pass to Leonard. Curry with it. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Here's Odom. And the 3 off target. Doncic finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Davis. Got a hand on it. And here they come. The 3 from Mitchell. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
From three-point range, Donovan Mitchell attacks with reckless abandon. He'll just keep firing, folks.
Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. The 3. And it's Stephen Curry with the rebound. Pass to Doncic. Fires for 3. Boston pulls it in.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. And Chris Finch wants a timeout.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Your dance team.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Davis with a screen on Edwards. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit, looking to end the run. And there's James on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. James has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game. Nice job breaking down the defense. Wall takes these mid-range J's when the D gives him the chance.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. For 3, Durant. Boston pulls it in.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
1 minute left in the second period. Curry against Wall. From downtown, it's hauled in by Hill. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for Boston. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, nice play. Keep the defense guessing. John Wall getting to the catch-and-shoot game.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Checked by Wall. The 3 from Curry. Boston pulls it in. Duncan's got his 4th rebound in this one. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Odom. Sweet little floater.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Boy, the rise and fire off the bounce by Gilgeous-Alexander with that length and release point. Good luck.
Oh! A big finish right there. He destroyed the rim. Are you serious? John Wall with the statement. Oh, that's pretty.
Fires from the line. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points in the quarter.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
And so it's Boston just dominating the opposition as they maintain a 36-point advantage. And they've effectively guarded Kawhi Leonard all night. Not an easy task by any means. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Make some noise and get ready for the Bay and half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drums. And that's going up the shot.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. It has been a clinic out there by Zion Williamson.
He's been on a tear so far, throwing down some vicious dunks. I was a little worried for the rim in the first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable. He's an intimidating force when he's at his best.
They've got Stephen Curry. Nikola Jokic is out there with Kevin Durant. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Doncic in at the 3, the small forward. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. And here's Doncic outside. Drops in the 3.
Boy, the deep ball from Luka Doncic. This guy does not lack for confidence.
Pass to Duncan. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Outside Durant. Fires it from 18. Williams grabs the board. Williamson's got 5 rebounds in the game. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Duncan's got 6 points in the quarter.
John Wall's vision is unquestioned. He puts it on time and on target, creates an easy look for his teammate.
And a deep 3 from Curry. Boston pulls it in. Outside Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
And this is how you execute through contact. Porter Jr. outworking the defense in style.
Porter's got a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. 16 feet out. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. So it's Boston now. Here's Wall driving in. Jokic grabs the board. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Porter with the steal. Pushing it up now. The kick out to Edwards. From the arc. The shot misses. Wall against Durant. And the foul called on John Wall. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Durant for three. The rebound by Duncan. Duncan's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Williamson. Takes it inside. Wow! Now 10 for 10 after that one. He's on fire.
Love how decisive Williamson is. When he sees a lane to the basket, he seizes it.
And Wall, here we go. Awesome! Hammers it home.
So nice. He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. They're having very little success right now.
And they really could take a different approach, right? Find something that works.
For three, Durant. And Wall pulls it down.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
And Doris, when you think about Kevin Durant, certainly a prolific scorer, but that's not the whole story.
What I love the most, I think, BA, about Kevin Durant is how much he loves playing the game of basketball. His availability is never in question as long as there is some measure of health. The work he puts in consistently, anyone who's ever seen his routine, teammates, coaches, front office staff, they are in awe of the commitment to his craft.
And something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And I'll tell you, that's the very last. Last thing you want to see.
I just feel so bad for him. What he's going through right now, you just have to hope and pray that it's not too serious.
Devin Booker, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Durant. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Durant's got his first basket.
Yeah, the whole floor is open for Kevin Durant offensively. Mid-range is his sweet spot, folks.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Curry passes to Doncic. Curry, a screen on Hill. Here's Doncic. It's good from the top of the key. Doncic has got 5.
Boy, that one was not easy. Every once in a while, you just make a tough shot.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. When you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah, B.A., playing loose can help you and hurt you. They really need to tighten it up.
Mitchell against Booker. Mitchell misses.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Here's Durant. Boston pulls it in. With the drive. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
And that's just Giannis making the right play, feeding the open man.
Boston shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Shooting 1.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
And it's Doncic missing. Doncic has gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. Here's our test. Here's Antetokounmpo. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points.
And, man, does Giannis work hard on the glass, being rewarded for his efforts right there.
Doncic on the wing. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Give him 8 points now. Here's Odom. And counted from 12 feet.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
And so it's Boston showing no mercy and just piling it on, looking dominant and focused right now. And they've done well in limiting Durant's production, making him uncomfortable. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Boston foul.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest.
Team foul.
Oh, it's stolen.
You know, anticipation is a huge part of defense, and he played it perfectly right there.
On the floor for Boston, Luka Doncic is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Odom in at center. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Doncic. Oh, Doncic hammers one home.
How about the finish from Luka Doncic? My goodness, go ahead with the hammer.
So it's the home team now. Outside Curry, launches a three. Boston pulls it in. Antetokounmpo has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Mitchell. An easy 2 on the layup.
There is a level of physicality, and the frame of Donovan Mitchell allows him to finish through contact.
James with the ball, guarded by Antetokounmpo. The ball's knocked loose. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. Doncic outside. Puts up a 3. Hits the three-pointer. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Boston?
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
Davis finds James. Outside Curry. Curry draws the double. Pass to Edwards. Now James. 6 on the shot clock. Davis. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Yeah, between his length and touch, Davis is the perfect interior player.
Odom can't hit.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
So both teams making some changes here.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
Third team foul.
Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Outside Durant. Now here's Doncic. Guarded closely. Nice touch on the bank shot.
That's a high percentage look for Luka Doncic. He is a menace if he gets that deep.
And an excellent job distributing the ball tonight. You can really see his feel for the game.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Curry passes to Doncic. Up again. Odom grabs the miss. Pass to Artest. And he drives in. And he goes big with the dunk. Right over Kevin Durant.
Donovan Mitchell on time and on target. Pretty pass.
Doncic with it. Guarded by Antetokounmpo. Now here's Curry. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And a miss there on the triple. Boston on offense. They're on a 15-4 run. A nice shot by Artest.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. And he comes up with a bucket. Artest has got 9 points here in the second half.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
This is not a guy who's going to back down from contact. Steph Curry takes the knock inside, and for a jump shot specialist, this guy draws his share of fouls.
And the first one at the line is good. Hill, he's checked in for Boston. Frazier comes in for Mitchell. And so Curry nails both of them. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Doncic pulls down the board.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
And Doncic with the jam.
This guy is an absolute machine. Luka Doncic keeping his foot on the gas and giving the defense everything they can handle.
Man, good whistle there.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. First personal foul.
First one falls for him.
Shooting for Boston, Walt Frazier.
Both good from the line that time. And they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of... Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and